Since 1985, we have been organizing that. We have been holding our conferences and we have been holding seminars, we have been holding workshops. But first time we are organizing the Young Employees Convention. So many comrades are also were asking us throughout India, what is this? Suddenly you have started organizing Young Employees Convention, which you have never had it in the past. So naturally to explain to you all and to give an answer to this, I now request Comrade C.M.Patel, our beloved General Secretary, to come and deliver his introductory speech on this convention.
Comrade C.H. Venkatachalam, our beloved General Secretary of All India Bank Employees Association, leader of the movement, executives of the bank, other office bearers, my colleagues and young employees. On behalf of All India UCO Bank Employees Federation, I accord a hearty welcome to all of you for this very first youth convention that All India UCO Bank Employees Federation is convening today. Today is a very auspicious day. Today we are also celebrating 69th anniversary of our country, newborn democratic country after a British rule of more than 2 centuries. Today we are celebrating 69th anniversary of our independence. The bank in which we are working is 72 years old. Our All India UCO Bank Employees Federation is 52 years old. Our parent organization, the movement of our bank employees movement, is 70 years old. And comrades, all of you who have come now, what is your age? 23, 24, 25, 28? This is the first time that we felt it necessary that we should convene a separate convention for our young comrades. It was a need of for our All India Federation. It has been need of even for the industry. Very recently we have seen our parent organization All India Bank Employees Association also convening a youth convention. It was held at Hyderabad and I have seen many of you there at Hyderabad. Comrades, why this need was felt? We have to understand and realize that how things develop in our bank in particular and industry as a general. You have seen our bank, we have seen many ups and downs in the bank. There was a time when this bank belonged to Birlas and there was a huge exploitation of workforce there. Then came the nationalization, and even after nationalization, though the rapid expansion was taking place, we have witnessed adequate recruitment also simultaneously taking place. But in the 80s, we saw spurt of recruitment and huge recruitment was made between 1980-82. In fact, that was a time when bank was loaded with excess staff. But after mid-80s, when our own bank's position started deteriorating, there was a ban on our recruitment. At industry level also, from 1985 onward, the rate at which expansion was going on was halted. And after our bank going into some difficulties, and when the ban was imposed, it was imposed in many other banks. but few recruitments used to take place there. Ben was not so strictly adhered to in other banks compared to our bank. And when our bank I welcome Sri Antuanji for this young youth convention. Almost for 10 years, our bank was going down and down. In fact, there was a time after Kamath Committee's recommendation, which had recommended closure of 3 banks, UCO Bank, Indian Bank and United Bank of India. There was a talk about our bank being closed or merged. It was only at that time that All India UCO Bank Employees Federation took the initiative, brought all the unions together, and we worked out strategic revival plan and also the actual revival of our bank. But even after revival of the bank, we were still not getting permission for recruitment. And in between came voluntary retirement scheme. We witnessed a huge exodus from our bank. On one hand, those who took VRS, that not only took the terminal benefits, but also advanced salary, and leaving the work, those who were left in the bank. On one side, there was exodus, there was natural retirement, and on the other side, there was no recruitment at all. At this point of time, All India UCO Bank Employees Federation continuously struggled and agitated for recruitment in the bank. General phenomena in the industry was also discouraging the recruitment. It was only at behest of our federation that for the first time 1,000 clerks were recruited in the bank. We gave intent for 1,000 clerks, and that was the time when bigger banks like Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India were recruiting 200, 300, 500. It was only our bank, under the dispensation of previous top management, that we could persuade them to go ahead with recruitment of 1,000 clerks. Thereafter, we have seen another 3 recruitments, 4 recruitments, that is 1,000 each, and 1 recruitment of 2,100. Thus, after a gap of more than 2 decades, we have 5,100 new recruits in the bank. But the position today is, out of 5,100 new recruits, today only 2,800 have remained. Others have either left the bank or have been promoted. Such a big gap in a financial institution is causing a lot of alarm. We have only 2 sets of people, those who are going to retire in next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and those who have come in last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 2, 3 years only. The average age of our employees before the first recruitment was crossing 52 years. But because of this new recruitment, now that is also coming to a comfortable position. And this has led us to a situation where we felt the need to integrate this newly recruited clerk with our bank and with our organization, both our All India UCO Bank Employees Federation as well as AIUCBEF. Because in another, up to 2070, many more would have retired. If 2,800 is the figure of new recruits now, those who are retiring in next 3 to 4 years is also to the tune of around 4,500. And with that retirement, the entire bank and also our unions in the bank are going to be in your hands. And at last we have made it today. And that's why I say today is a day that will be written in the golden words in the history of All India UCO Bank Employees Federation. Today is a day when we are meeting here in the first convention, and we have always said that this is the first convention, not the last, because in next 2 to 3 years there is going to be a recruitment. If it doesn't come voluntarily, we will force management to ensure adequate staff at branches, and we also want that this new generation take the baton of UCO Bank is itself because of the organization. Had national level organizations not taken up the movement, had we not registered at our bank level as All India Federation, there would have been employees in the bank, but there would have been contract employees, as we see in new generation private sector banks, who have no service conditions, and for paltry sum of money, they have to work for 8 to 10 hours, sometimes even beyond that. It is a fact that our entire service conditions, be it leave, be it LFC or organization, nobody has ever given any bank employee anything on a silver platter. Inch to inch, centimeter to centimeter, bank employees movement has fought for it. There are many challenges that are coming up for new generation, which was not there for earlier generation. Fine-tuning is taking place there. The risk elements are also increasing. One is understanding the organization, need of organization, ways and means of strengthening our organization. The other is the risk at the workplace. And that is why today and tomorrow in this 2-day session, we are going to share with you what is the history of All India Bank Employees Association, how the movement progressed, what achievement it has made for us to realize. In the bank also, because of this technology, the risk has been multiplying. That is why one session we have kept tomorrow, where our Chief Vigilance Officer is going to be with us and is going to share how cautious you should be while doing your day-to-day work, how you will save bank from frauds, how you will save yourself from potential threat of being deceived. It will be almost 2 hours. Nowhere in the world you will see that a federation can claim, that a union can claim that my institution is saved today is because of my union and not because of the government. We have proved it in our SRP program that unions in this bank has behaved responsibly. But as the unions exist, Let me also tell our friends from our officers organizations have come, but unless and until there is a very strong workman organization in the bank, there cannot be a strong officers movement in the bank too. And that is why, please realize the importance of our organization, importance of your involvement in the organization. That is what makes organization live. And before I welcome you once again, I would like to share with you in a very simple way a story that I have read. There was a lecture hall in which a professor in law teaches the students law. One day he decided to give a practical demonstration. As soon as he entered the class, he looked at the first row and found out a person who is sober looking person. He shouted at him and told him, "Get up, get out of the class and stand outside." He asked the students whether I was wrong in sending that boy outside. The entire 45 minutes he behaved in such a high-handed manner, nobody dared to reply. Then he put the next question. Okay, none of you are replying. Now I am asking you, you reply collectively. The entire class stood up and replied, "You have done wrong." And then he said, "Look here, there are laws, there are rules and regulations of this college which doesn't permit me to just throw away one student for a lecture outside the classroom. But I did it. Who could have prevented it? There are laws in this country. There are rules and regulations everywhere. But unless we do it, there is no guarantee. With this government is trying to tinkle and we are going on strike on second. We have to see that these laws are there. But what keeps us lively and what ensures its implementation? Otherwise it remains only in paper. It's only our collective action ensures. No court in this bank, no person in this bank, in this country can ensure honest implementation of any regulation, any settlement, unless and until each one of us collectively decide to ensure that its violation doesn't take place. And that is what is organization. Comrade, please understand that today, whatever we are enjoying, whatever respect we are enjoying within the bank and outside the bank is only because of the strong movement that we have in our banking industry named All India Bank Employees Association, and we want, by convening this type of convention, we want to ensure that this movement is further strengthened and strengthened. Thank you very much.